Okay, part two. You should have just got out of releasing your hands from your feet. So let's take a vinyasa. Let's flow this out. Go with the flow. Remember, big stretch up. And fold forward. Halfway lift. And step back to high plank. Hold here. Big breath in, rock forward. So you exhale, push through your heels, come back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Two more. Inhale forward, exhale back. Forward and back. Forward, lower down. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Right leg goes high, knee to your nose. Back up high, knee to your nose, back up high, and knee to that wrist for pigeon. So making sure we set up nice long left leg. Right leg's as parallel as it can be, flexing into the foot, but we're more concerned about the hips being square. So take a little time settling in. As you're ready, taking a breath in, lengthen the heart. And you're going to hinge forward, reaching as far forward as you can. And then relaxing down. Relax the shoulders. Release anything that you can. These hip openers, I like to envision my breath as a white light. And so every inhale I take, I'm sending it down to that hip. And as I exhale, that light is relaxing it down. Coming back to the intention, staying with our breath. Relaxing the shoulders. Begin to make your way upright. And we're going to lean off to the side and swing around. And bring this leg on top for Gomukhasana. Ooh. Ooh, this is a tight one. So what we're trying to do is get our knees as on top of one another as we can. Our feet equal distance from our hips. Ooh, and breathe. Coming back to your intention. If you wanted to get a little deeper, you can always start to hinge forward. your way upright if you fold it over. And placing the hands behind you, uncross the legs and just kind of windshield wiper side to side. And we're gonna find half saddle here. So we're gonna have the left leg out long. And we're gonna bend the right leg back. Bringing the knees together as much as possible. If that's too much, you can always like kind of come to this side and find this stretch. If you cannot, sit. And if you want more, you lean back. And you can even lie all the way down, really stretching and breathing into this right quad here. And then again, you can envision that white light. About 3 more breaths here. And we're going to gradually push ourselves back upright and place our feet flat onto the ground. Lower back down and set up for bridge pose. Placing your heels right behind your hips, arms down by your side. Press firmly down, lifting the hips up, rolling the shoulders under, trying to lift the thoracic spine. The legs are kind of acting like they're squeezing together, glutes squeezing together. One more big breath in, lift up, and slowly lower all the way down. We're going to set up for one more bridge pose. Next inhale, pressing down, lifting up, pressing into your upper arms too, trying to get that upper back up off your chest, up off the ground, and now look towards the sky, lifting the chin so that you have more room for your chest to lift up. Breathing. One more breath in, lift up, and slowly lowering all the way down. And drawing the knees in towards the chest, really compressing down, flattening the back to start. And now go ahead and find some movement side to side, or any rocking that feels good. Now we're going to begin to rock and roll forward and back. And find that cross ankle and make our way back to downward facing dog. Pull forward to high plank, and lower down, upward facing, downward facing dog. Left leg goes high to the sky. knee to nose. Back up high, knee to nose. Back up high, knee to your wrist for pigeon pose. So again, our hips are different each side. I already can feel this one. So giving it grace and using our breath here. And just try to square your hips off as much as you can. Taking a breath in to lengthen the spine and then hinge forward. Trying to keep the spine long as much as you can. And again, envision that white light, calming the hip, relaxing it down. Come back to that intention. Making our way back upright. And swinging that right leg around and over. Trying to stack our knees on top. Both sits bones on the ground. Coming back to that breath. And coming back upright. And crossing the legs. And windshield wipering them out a little bit. And setting up for half saddle on this side. So right leg long, left leg comes behind. Trying to get our knees towards one another. And that's going to be different on either side. Using your breath to come into it. making our way back upright. And sending both legs long, giving them a little shake. And moving the extra love, sitting up nice and tall in the sits bones. And flexing into the feet for Dandasana. So active body here. Legs are active, belly is active, heart is lifted, crown of the head is lifted. Everything's working, engaged, bandha squeezing. One more. And release. Keeping the legs long, take a breath in, reach tall, and hinge forward. Tucking the chin. And coming back upright. And sending the left leg out to the side. Let's bring the right foot in. And let's start by just kind of reaching our arms out as far as you can, where you can keep the palms flexing. Keep this foot flexed, where your palms are pressing, pressing down, and find like a cat back. Tucking the chin, really rounding. And now find more of a cow, pulling the heart forward, lifting. And then coming upright. Now twisting towards that left leg. And sweeping the arms up and hinging forward. Working the heart towards the knee, feeling the twist in the low back. Coming back upright. And bringing the knee in. And sitting up nice and tall. Now crossing that leg over. Making sure you can plant the foot down. If you can't plant the foot down, bring it back over to the side. You want that big toe firmly pressing down. As we squeeze this knee in towards the shoulder, we sit up nice and tall as we twist open. And flexing into our left leg. Maybe we bring our gaze over our right shoulder, but more importantly, sitting up tall. More breath in. And come back around. Releasing that leg. And sending it long and bringing the left foot in. And twisting again over towards our middle. Stretching the arms as long as you can, pushing the palms down, rounding the back. And now pulling forward, lifting the gaze. And coming upright. And twisting towards the right leg, taking a breath in, stretching tall, and hinging forward. And coming back upright. And drawing this knee in. Squeezing it in, sitting up tall. And now crossing that foot over. Again, same thing. If that foot can't press down, keep it on the other side. Sitting up tall, working that knee towards the shoulder as we open up. Flexing into the right foot, sitting up tall. And coming back around to center. And setting up for an inversion. You can bring a block to your lower hips for waterfall. I'm going to do shoulder stand to plow. You can do headstand. Anything to get your legs up. If you're by a wall, you can bring your legs up the wall. Just anything to get your feet above your heart, get some of that blood recirculating through. If you're coming into shoulder stand, I actually like to start and plow because I feel like it helps get your hips right over your shoulders. So you're going to roll your feet up and over. And now I like to wiggle my shoulders, make sure I'm on the top of my shoulders, engage the belly, elbows draw in so I can bring my hands to my low back. And now lifting the legs up. Trying to get the hips over the shoulders. So I'm squeezing the glutes to try to push my hips up over my face. Toes and legs are long. Breathing. 8 breaths here. And keeping the legs active, the hips over the shoulders. Start to hinge back down to plow. Keep that belly engaged. And you can start to bend into the legs, bringing them around to the side of your face, working for the knees around the ears. And compressing the knees together, squeezing the head. And slowly trying to keep your thighs as close to your belly as you can. And bringing our hands back behind us like where our tailbone would land. We're going to come right into fish pose. So our hands are going to be down. We're going to send our legs long and push into our forearms and push up our chest. Dropping the head back, point your toes, engage the legs, lift the heart. Big breath in, Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. 2 more. And carefully lowering down, drawing the knees in towards the chest. Bring your arms out to a T and let the knees come over towards the right side. And gaze comes over the left. And back up to center. And knees over to the left. And gaze over towards the right. And back to center. And draw them in towards your chest. Nose up towards your knees. Make yourself a little bitty ball. Hug yourself. Love on yourself for everything you were able to do. And as you're ready, stretch long for Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. And come back to your natural breath. Close your eyes, melt into your mat, and just be. And begin to deepen your breath. And make some movements back into your physical body. And roll your wrists and your ankles, your fingers, toes, your hips, and head side to side. And as you're ready, drawing your knees in and making your way to your favorite side. And taking a moment to honor yourself for showing up on your mat, for all of the things you were able to do. Give gratitude. as you're ready, pushing into your hands and sitting up nice and tall. Bringing our hands to our heart center. Let's take a deep breath in. Release it out. The light in me honors and respects that same light that shines bright in each and every one of you. Our thumbs raised to our forehead center. Out of respect for one another in this ancient practice, together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you again soon. And thanks for going with the flow and dealing with this two-parter.